So welcome to Feel Good Yoga, and let's get started. So I want us to begin our practice today in an extended child pose. So knees are wide on the mat, and just fully extend the body, and just pay attention to the breath. Just feeling the breath. And just continue to be very aware of the breath. And then maybe you may want to set an intention. So what do you hope to gain, or what do you want to focus on during this session? It may be soothing an injury. It may be gaining strength or flexibility or calmness. Just think about what it may be today, and just set that intention, that focus. Feel your breath. Take a deep breath in and exhale all the way. Another deep breath in and exhale completely. Blow out all your air, all your residual air out. One more deep breath in and exhale all the way. Now let's come up to hands and knees and bring the knees together so that the knees are touching, and sit again back into extended child's pose. And then let's take our hips and bring them off to one side. So you may want to bring your hands a little bit out, about shoulder. Your hands will be about even with the shoulders, but further out, and bring your hips to one side. And just continue to focus on the breath and feel that lovely stretch of the hip. Another full deep breath in and complete exhale. And as you inhale, let's bring the hips all the way to the other side. Just let your hip fall off to the side. Feel the breath. Complete breath in. Notice how your tummy just squeezes against your upper legs. One breath in. And as you breathe in again, let's come back to regular child's pose and right up to hands and knees. And just bring the knees right to hip width distance apart. And let's go right into spinal balance. So left arm out and right leg out. Spread the toes. Just imagine that you're putting your foot against the wall. Now tuck your belly in. And breathe. And as you exhale, come down and right to the other side as you inhale, inhaling out. Nice and slow, and exhale down. Inhale out. Exhale down. Continuing. Keeping that belly tucked in. And one more on each side. Inhale out. Exhale down. Now I want us to, on our balancing foot, we want to lift that foot up a little bit. And if you can lift it all the way up, I commend you. I think that's hard, but just point that toe. So we point both of our toes so we have a little bit of a more wobbly base. And it's just an exercise in balance. So breathing, both toes are pointed, so we're not using our toes as the base. And note the breath, and it's just a balance here. And exhale down, and let's go right to the other side. So we're pointing both of our toes. So it's helpful to set your drishti or your viewpoint. Focus on the breath. And if you're really wobbly here, then put one knee on the edge of the mat and the other hand on the other edge of the mat. So you have a greater width of your base. Feel your breath. And exhale down. Now knees again at hip width distance apart. Hands are right directly underneath the shoulders. And let's do that same thing. So inhale out. And this time we're going to scrunch in. So we're going to bring the elbow to the ribs and the knee to the nose. Hold that belly in. Inhale out. Elbow to ribs, knee to nose. Exhaling. Inhale out. And let's do that for 3 more breaths. Inhale out, 2 more breaths. Inhaling out, and 1 more breath. Hold that belly in. Inhale out and down, and right to the other side. So initially, it's a regular spinal balance. Belly is tucked in. Elbow then comes to the ribs, knee to nose. Inhale out. Elbow in, knee in, exhaling. Inhale out. Exhale in. 3 more. 2 more. Exhaling. And 1 more. Great. And right to hands and knees. Let's tuck the toes under now. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, drop the head. Another deep breath in, and as you exhale, lift the tailbone right toward the sky. Let's push into our hands. And we can bicycle, stair step. First 1 foot down, then the other. Stretching out through the ankles, through the calves. Lift that tailbone. Open the heart right towards your feet. Shrug the shoulders up toward the ears. Push into all of your fingers. Let's get the most out of down dog. And let's again stair step. First 1 foot, then the other. And then let's walk forward. It's nice and slow. Walk towards your hand and place all the weight on your feet. And let's inhale up to a halfway lift. And exhale back down. Fully relaxing so that the belly is right on top of the thighs. And so instead of this being all about a hamstring stretch, it's about stretching the lower back. And just let everything relax. You can fold your arms like a rag doll, sway from side to side. And see what rolls off. Just let any tension, just let it roll right off. Rolling off. And then let's inhale up, halfway lift again. And then all the way up to standing. Now put your feet right together. See if you can put your toes together and your heels together. So we have a narrow base. And if this becomes difficult, then just have a wider base. Let's try with a narrow base initially and bring both arms up, reaching up. So set your drishti or your viewpoint right at where the crown molding would be if you had it in your house, right at the top of the wall where it meets the ceiling. And reach your arms as high as you can without pain. So if you have pain, you may be here. Or, you may be here. I mean, just go to where you can go. So if it means if you have pain with your shoulders up, leave them down. And then let's take a deep breath in. And as we do, reach higher. Let's reach as high as you can. Shoulders are down, just the arms are up. So if you're scrunching your shoulders up, just let your shoulders drop. And just be as tall as you can. And then let's place all of our weight on the left foot. So on this foot, all of our weight, and we're going to reach then toward the right. Just as tall as we can. Feel that nice side body stretch. Breathing. You may want to look up, transfer your drishti up, your viewpoint. Keep that belly pulled in. And then inhale up, straight. Let's do the same thing as we're going to go to the left. But as we go to the left, first we're going to pull up, be as tall as we can. All the weight then transfers to the left foot and over, all the weight transfers to the right foot, over to the left we go, keeping the belly pulled in, supporting that lumbar spine. Inhale up. Let's do the same thing. All of the weight goes to the outside foot. We're kind of like a banana here. And again, to the other side. And all the way up, and then come down. And during our balance phase, we're going to go into the crescent moon balance pose. So let's step onto our mat again. Let's step to the top of our mats, and we'll go onto our work phase. So let's bend the knee and exhale, folding all the way. One more time, belly right against the thigh. Lift the tailbone up once you get there. And then all the way, we lift right up into monkey. So the spine is nice and straight. Exhale and drop all the way down again. Inhale to monkey, straight spine. Bring the arms back into airplane. And all the way up into chair. Now feel how you're weighted from side to side. So place all of your weight onto the right foot, and then all of your weight onto the left foot. And then let's balance side to side. Now let's place all of the weight on the left foot and lift the right foot and balance here. Breathing. Now let's take that lifted foot and bring it all the way back, nice and soft, right into warrior one. And focus on warrior one just for a moment. Knee is at right angle over the ankle. Back foot, you're pressing down on the pinky side of the back foot, and you'll feel this lovely stretch coming up the calf, the side of the calf. Keep that belly pulled in, tailbone tucked under, and then bring your arms right to cactus arms. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. And we tend to want to let our bellies hang out here. I want you to pull your belly in and tuck your tailbone under. That may mean that you need to shorten your stance, and you may need to bend your back knee just a little bit. So wherever you're at, now inhale, that belly pulled in, tailbone tucked under, and lean back into a nice back bend. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Feel your breath. And inhale up, right over into warrior two. Open the palm, reach up, lean back to reverse warrior. Really reach that arm forward. You can either put a hand on your back leg or you can wrap your arm around your back, wherever you want to be. Look at your 5 fingers and remember 5 gratitudes. And let's focus on 5 gratitudes just in this very moment. What you're grateful for that's happening in this moment. You're warm, you're breathing, you're healthy, you have a nice home. And I'll let you think of the last one. And then let's come out of that. Instead of windmilling over, we're going to come right up onto that forward foot, arms back plane, and right into a balanced pose. So focus on that back foot like you're placing it on a wall behind you. Set your drishti, and we're just going to balance here for a moment. Breathing. And if your foot is just barely off the ground, that's fine. If you need a full foot on the ground to balance, that's fine too. Now, both arms down, come down, and lift into standing splits. So the fingertips are just below the shoulders, and just lift that back foot as high as you can. Drop the chin so that the chin is right next to the chest. And if you can, take the same arm as the standing leg, and wrap it around the calf. If you can't do that, if you have both hands on the floor, that's fine. That's perfect. And then exhale down and come right into lunge. So that back foot comes down and meets the earth. Let's feel lunge. Invite a little movement into your lunge. Now, the right hand comes down, and lift the left hand up, looking up, right into a nice reverse twisted lunge, opening through the chest. Just enjoy this. If you need a little bit more of a wider balance, just heel toe that foot out to the edge of the mat. Good. Now feel your breath. And on your next inhale, let's push up all the way up into high reverse twisted lunge. Look back at your back hand. Feel your breath. And exhale, windmill over, one hand on each side of the foot, align your nails. Heel toe that foot so that it's right in the middle again. And bring your outside hand to the inside of the foot. Back foot goes to heel and toe, and reach up, reaching open, looking up. And then let's come all the way up, and we are in warrior again. Let's straighten that leg and go into triangle. So we're going to reach as far as you can. Imagine you're between 2 pieces of plate glass. So you don't want to reach forward. You want to reach just to the side, and then windmill your arms. And you can either rest your weight on your shin or your calf, or you can let it hang. And if you want more, bring your arms next to your ears. Feel your breath. And open, inhale up. Beautiful. Bend the knee and windmill over. One more time, feel lunge. Just note lunge. Now let's take and place our weight on our hands. We're going to unweight that forward foot and just bring it right back into down dog. So just feel yourself in down dog. pushing into your hands, relaxing through the ankles. Let's take that same right foot and lift it up. Lift it high as you can. Bend the knee, open as high as you can. Straighten the knee. And then let's bring that knee all the way forward into pigeon pose. So what's important in pigeon pose is that our foot is fully flexed and our toes are reaching toward the nose. Now, it all depends on your skeleton. So if your hip sockets are deeper, you're not going to be able to go into pigeon pose as much as the next person. And, you know, we have no idea really until we try it. So no judgment of the self, only love of the self, of your skeleton that you are in. And then come down, back knee down. And just feel this for a moment. Now let's come up so that we're lifted up. I want energetically the back leg coming forward, the front leg coming back. So we're energetically squeezing this direction. And then exhale down into humble pigeon. Just go where you can go. And if you have a block, you can put your forehead on the block or further down, or just not have the block. You could use your fists to rest your forehead on. Just feel your breath and relax into that nice stretch of the hip. So as I'm sitting here in pigeon pose, I like to just a millimeter, lean the hips forward a millimeter, just tiniest bit, just to see the difference, and then lean the hips back. Good. Now bring the hands on each side and let's lift right back up and lift that leg again and down. Now inhale out to plank. Let's hold plank. So plank's hard. So if you need to come down to your knees, that's perfect. And squeeze those shoulder blades together. Feel plank. Continue breathing. And on your next exhale, let's lower down nice and slow. And flatten down. Let's come right up into Sphinx. So our elbows are directly under our shoulders here. Palms right down on the mat or the floor. And push the palms down and pull the heart forward. Just feeling this. Just note it. And exhale down. Bring the fingertips then right in front of the shoulders, maybe 4 or 6 inches in front of the shoulders, and lift up. And just note the difference there. Breathing. Exhaling down. Now let's reach into Cobra. So Cobra is no hands, and you can give the wrists a break. Look with your eyes up. Feel the strength that you have in Cobra. And lastly, bring the hands next to the ribs, fingertips even with the heart chakra, tuck the toes under and lift into up dog. And if you can't do full expression of up dog, let's go to where you can go. And it just may be here. And that's perfect. Just wherever you're at, respecting your body, being kind to yourself. We're not competing. We're just exploring our body. And maybe our bodies are aging, or we're all aging. And exhale down. And then push right back up into the counter pose for back bends, which is extended child's pose. You want to go into regular child's pose with the arms down. This is a good place for that. Just focusing on your breath. Nice deep, slowing down, deep breaths. 2 more breaths. And then gently come back to hands and knees. Tuck the toes under, deep breath in. Come right up into down dog. Remember all your modifications for down dog. And then walk forward. Walk forward. And let's do a halfway lift. And then back down. Just ragdoll pose here. And from here, right up and into monkey. So in monkey, the sternum is up, the tailbone is up. And just feel those muscles on each side of the spine, just really working. Arms back into airplane. And then forward into chair. Same thing, let's weight one side and then the other. One side and then the other. And then evenly weight our feet. Now let's put all of our weight on the right foot and lift the left foot. Just this balance here. Set your drishti. Breathing. And take that foot and bring it all the way back. Reaching up into warrior two. With the thumbs as far back as they can and the fingertips as high as they can, but never into pain. So if this hurts your shoulders, you want to snuggle right up next to pain, but not into pain. So wherever you're at, loving your body that you are in. Now feel that back foot and place as much weight as you can on that pinky edge. Feel that lovely stretch coming up the side of the calf. Now pay attention to the belly and the pelvis. Pull the belly in, tuck the tailbone under. So that may mean that you bend that back knee a little bit. Bring the elbows right to cactus arms. So squeeze those shoulder blades together, open through the palms. Check your belly one more time, pulling the belly in, tucking the tailbone under, and then let's lift to a nice back bend. Just feel the heat. Feel the heat rising in your body in this back bend. We're working hard, breathing. Inhale up and right over into warrior two. Look down and make sure that you can see your big toe on the inside of your knee. Feel your breath. Open the palm, reach up, lean back. And you can either put your weight on your arm here on your thigh, or you can wrap it around your back. And think of 5 gratitudes, whatever you want, whatever you're thinking of, what you're grateful for. And then come back to warrior two and drop the arms down and let's come up onto one foot and we're going to go right into a balance pose. So bring the arms back, the palms facing back behind you, and lift that leg into a nice balance pose here. Set your drishti. Breathing. Now both arms come down. We lift that back leg up. So just lift it as high as you can. And this is called standing splits. And granted, nobody is in the splits here. If you want to go further, then what you can do is take your left hand and maybe place it a little bit further out so you have a wider base. Drop the head so you're looking up at your belly, and then take your other hand and wrap it around your calf. If you can't do that, you need both hands down. That is perfect yoga, perfect. Feel your breath here. And exhale down, bring that foot all the way back, and we find ourselves in lunge. So feeling lunge, movement in lunge, tiny movement. To get to know your hip. We're going to go into reverse twisted lunge. So this outside hand, we come up and open, look up, open through the chest. Just feeling that, it feels so good. Now, if you're needing a little bit more width, you can heel toe that forward foot out to the edge of the mat. You can kind of hop that back foot out to the edge of the mat as well. And then use your strength to come all the way up into high reverse twisted lunge. Breathing. And windmill over. Heel toe that foot right into the middle of the mat again. And then bring that outside hand to the inside. Back foot goes to heel and toe. And reach up into just a high or a nice open lunge stretch, opening through the chest. On your next inhale, let's inhale and come all the way up. And we find ourselves in warrior two. Straighten that leg and reach forward, reaching into triangle. Very flat as if between two pieces of plate glass, and then windmill the arms. And you can place one arm here on the shin. You can let your arm dangle freely. If you want more, come with your arms next to the ears. Inhale up and come all the way up. Bend the knee, windmill over. And we're in lunge. Feel again lunge. Little movement, exploring lunge. Now, both hands are firmly on the mat. We're going to take that forward foot and bring it right back to down dog. Bend the knees, lift the tailbone. Just make your accommodations for down dog, getting the most out of down dog. Now let's take the right foot and lift it as high as you can. Bend the knee, open just as wide as you can. And straighten the leg again. And let's bring that knee right up to the 10 o'clock position for pigeon pose. And remembering in pigeon pose, the foot is flexed, is dorsiflex. So the foot is, or the toes are aiming towards the knee. So if you're just pulling your toes up as if you could touch your knee with your toes. And then back leg comes back. And let's sit in high pigeon pose first. Remember, the back leg energetically comes forward, the front leg energetically goes back. So just feel that, squeezing, and then right into humble pigeon. And this is where you can use a block if you wish, or you can use your fists, or if you have a lot of flexibility, and just lay flat wherever you're at today. Your breath. One more deep breath in and out. Tuck the toes under and back, and just come right up into down dog and lift that leg. One more time, lifting it and back down. Now from here, from down dog, come out to plank. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, and if you need to, come down to your knees. So focus on your breath here. This is very for our core, and remember, our core is our vitality in life. So even though it's hard, I encourage you to push yourself here. Now exhale down, and let's bring the elbows forward into Sphinx pose. So the elbows should be directly under the shoulders. So that may mean if you're too wide, you want to bring your elbows directly under your shoulders. The hands, place them down on the mat or the floor in front of you. Push the hands down and pull the hands and arms back. The chest comes forward. And as you breathe, just feel this. Exhaling down. Rest your forehead on the mat. Bring the fingertips just in front of the shoulders, maybe 4 inches, maybe 6 inches. And let's lift up into a nice back bend. Remember to drop the shoulders down. And feel this. Just go to where it feels good. And exhale down. Now let's lift, no hands, into cobra. And rotate your wrists a bit. Look with your eyes up. Feel the strength of your back that it can maintain cobra. Exhale down. Hands next to the ribs, fingertips even with the heart chakra. Tuck the toes under, lift into up dog. Your version, many modifications here. Pulling the heart forward. Feel the breath. And exhale down. Okay, now let's take our hands and place one on top of the other and just rest your cheek right here and rest it so that you're looking toward the right. And then I want you to take your right knee and just bring it up. So like a frog leg. And we call this resting swan. Feel your heart beating, feel your breath as it slows. Now lift the shoulders up and place one hand right out here, fingertips down. The other hand can kind of do the same. And then we want to take our leg and pull it open and down to the floor and just keep your head just resting down. And then back to swan, resting swan. One more time, all the way opening up, breathing. And back to resting swan. Last time, open it up, foot right down on the floor. Good. And then all the way down. Now lift again, and let's take the outside arm and thread it through. We're going to do a supine twist. So we're taking this hand that we're on our fingertips, we're going to open ourselves up into a twist. So just open all the way. Just feel this twist. Notice what's going on with the lumbar spine. I'm feeling a very terrific twist there. Notice what's going on with the gut. We're twisting through the gut. Look with your eyes and your head as far in the opposite direction as you can. Feel your breath. And then come all the way back. And we're going to go right to the other side so that you can see it. You guys can just go to the other side. I'm actually going to move. So we're on our bellies. And the fingertip of the left hand is here. We're going to rest our head right here on our hand. And one knee up into a resting swan pose. Just feel this, relaxing, breathing. And now we're going to lift this knee and bring it all the way back right behind us. Keep that head down. I end up lifting my head and then having to relax it back down and then bring it back into resting swan. Breathing here and lift that knee and bring the foot down behind you. And back into resting swan. One more time, lift that knee and bring the foot right behind you. And back to resting swan. Now we're going to lift up and thread the other arm underneath this fingertip arm. Relax the head down and into a supine twist. So fingertip arm comes all the way up and we open right into a nice supine twist. Look all the way out toward that extended arm. Feeling your breath. And notice where you're feeling it. It may be different on this side than the other side. I'm feeling this side a little bit more intensely in my bicep. So notice your arm. Notice your ribs. You may be feeling a little bit more there. You may be feeling it truly in your lumbar spine, in your gut. Just notice where your body's talking to you. And then all the way back down. Now let's bring both knees up so we're in the fetal position. And just scoot yourself right onto your back. And let's do a little happy baby here. Let's wiggle a little bit in happy baby, side to side. Kind of massage your back here, side to side. Now bring the knees in toward the hips and let's just roll and roll right up to sitting. Now let's cross the legs. So we're going to put one foot underneath the other. Both hands come to the side. So you want your hands to the side that your foot is tucked under. And then from here, we're going to twist and come right up into hands and feet, and then all the way up to standing. So I read in the New York Times the other day that one of the things that we need to do as we continue to age is get up and down from the floor. That's a very important exercise. Get up and down from the floor and balance and brisk exercise. So brisk walk or some sort of cardiovascular exercise. Those three things will ensure longevity, or not ensure, encourage longevity. So let's do our balance poses. So let's place all of our weight on one foot, either foot, and set your drishti right again where the crown molding would be if you had it in your house. Now, thumbs back, setting your drishti, feel the four corners of your foot, and imagine your foot is rooting down, all the way to the center of the earth. And then it's also rooting out, spread out, just as tall as you are. Continue with the thumbs back, and then bring your foot to wherever you need it to be. So remember, if you need a foot down or a toe down, that's perfect. If you can bring your foot up to your calf, that's fine. You want to avoid the knee. If you can bring it further up, that's also good, wherever you want to be. Arms out to the side. And if you want to bring them up to a V or hands up, that's fine too. Just go to the place where your body can balance, where your brain is going to get the most out of this. Feel your breath. And as you exhale, exhale down and relax. Good. Now, right to the other side. So let's take our time preparing for this balance. So thumbs back, set your drishti, feel the four corners of the foot. Let the foot root down all the way down. Your roots go down, 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 down deep. And also out just as wide as you are tall. And then bring your foot to wherever you need it to be. Remember self-love, going to where your brain can balance. And then arms out to the side. And arms up into a V or together if you wish, wherever you want to be. And breathing, feeling your inhale, feeling your exhale. And exhale down. Good. Now, same thing, that banana pose or crescent moon. So feet together. So place your toes together and then place your heels together. We'll start out there. Both arms up and reaching your fingertips as high as you can. We're going to reach up first and then over to one side, all weight on that outside foot. Set your drishti, and then the other leg comes out. If you need a toe down, that's fine. And then all the way up and right to the other side. So begin with the feet together. Reach up, over to one side, all of your weight's on that outside foot, and then other foot comes up. Breath, feel that inhale. Breathing. Good. And then all the way down. Now let's go to the top of our mats. We're going to bend the knee, and to encourage longevity, we're going to practice getting down to the floor. So bend at the hips, bend at the knees, drop the arms, bend the knees to where you can reach, come down to knees, and let's meet on our backs. So knees in toward the shoulders. Shoulders are up, palms are next to the ankles. Spread your toes like you're getting a pedicure. Inhale, extend one leg. Exhale, alternate, lift that tailbone. One more. Inhale, exhale. Good. Both knees in. Hands right down, palm side down, right out at shoulder height. Both knees over to one side into spinal twist. And a breath or two here just to accommodate to the twist. And then both knees right over to the other side, 2 breaths. And then we're going to go back and forth either with the bent knee or the straight knee. Make sure to breathe. This is hard. So force yourself to inhale and exhale. Inhale, lift, exhale. And then let's meet in pike. Both hands then Slide underneath the glutes, lift the glutes a little bit, spread your toes again, and slowly lower to the count of 10. So lowering 1, 2, 3, 4, lift the tailbone, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and back up. Lowering 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and back up. Lowering 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and relax. Great. So undo the hands and let's bring the left knee right into the left shoulder. So right into the very last part of yoga where we really do these lovely feel good stretches. You just can really crank that knee. This is a very safe stretch. Let's bring the right knee now to the left shoulder and be delicate here. Delicate. No cranking it, it's just delicacy here. Knee to the outside of the body. Reach inside the knee, grab the outside of the foot, and use your elbows a little leverage against the knee, and you'll feel that stretch of the adductors, the inside of that upper leg. Other knee comes up, place the ankle on the knee so that you're in a nice figure 4, and reach underneath the knee, pull everything forward. And this is supine pigeon pose. So it's a very similar stretch as regular pigeon, but we're on our backs. Supine on the spine. Feel the breath. Exhale. And staying in this, we're going to go into a spinal twist here. So foot comes all the way down. Free hand grabs the knee. Knee comes all the way down. Now this upper shoulder, then we bring it all the way out and relax in this spinal twist. Each exhale, see if your body accommodates. Just another millimeter, it will begin to trust you, further and further relaxing into this twist. And then come all the way up again. Let's grab our straps. So if you don't have a fancy strap, just use a dish towel or a pair of socks or an old tie or a belt. And we want to straighten the lower leg. This upper leg, the knee is straight and locked. The toes are reaching toward the nose. And so it may look like this for you. In order to have the knee locked, it's so important. I go over this every class because it's so important. Toes are reaching toward the nose. And once you have that form, then come as far as you can into this pose. And it may be further than me. It may not be as far as me. And that doesn't matter. We just want you to be kind to your body. Stay with this proper format of the knee straight and locked. The toes are reaching toward the nose. And breathing. Now, let that foot come all the way out to the side, all the way out to the side. And just open into this pose, this yin pose. So yin and yang. And yin is relaxing, giving in, non-competing, softening. Feel the breath. Deep breath in. Exhale, bend the knee, release and drop the strap. And let's come all the way. Both legs are flat. And just feel the difference between right and left sides of the body. Just a few breaths here. Deep breath in. And as you exhale, bring the other knee right in toward the shoulder. This is a safe stretch. So pull that knee in. See what you get from this stretch. Now, delicately bring the knee to the opposite shoulder. And bring the knee to the outside of the body. Reach inside the knee, grab the outside of the foot. And use your elbow for a little leverage. Let's stretch the adductors or the inside of the leg. Feeling your breath. Just irrigating the stretch with your breath. Other knee comes up. Place your ankle on the other knee so you have a figure 4 here. Reach underneath the knee and pull everything up into supine pigeon. We're typically very tight through the outer hip, so this is a really good one for us. And exhale down. Now we're going to take that foot and place it all the way on the floor for the spinal twist. We're going to take our arm here, grab the back of the knee, the side of the knee, and pull the knee all the way down to the floor. And then let this arm come all the way out, looking at it, following it with our eyes. And just feel this as you breathe. And just be aware of how with each exhale, your body accommodates to the twist. Just going just a millimeter deeper into the twist just by your body trusting you. And then come all the way back up and grab your strap or your towel or your belt. Other leg is flat. Put the belt right around the ball of the foot. Reach the toes right toward the nose. Knee is straight and locked. Knee is locked. And when you get to that point, wherever it is for you, then come as far as you can into this stretch. And you want to only go to maximum sensation, never into pain. And you may not get a lot of progress here. There's going to be typically a maximum point that your connective tissue is going to stretch. So don't worry if your foot is just 12 inches off the ground. That's okay. So wherever you need to be to stretch the hamstring, your hamstring, just love your hamstring. Remember, there is no competition in yoga. It's not about competing with one another. It's only about loving your body, getting to know it. Now, as you breathe in again, inhale and let that leg fall out to the side for the lateral stretch. Opposite arm out for a counterbalance. And think of the energy of yin. So the energy of yin is non-competitive. It's giving in, relaxing, letting go, softening, swaying with the wind. Feel your breath. Yin is a beautiful wintry day, calm wintry day. The snow is falling, it's quiet. It's very yin. Deep breath in. Exhale, bend the knee, release and drop the strap, and bring that bent knee. Well, let's just bring that bent knee all the way down to flat back and go into Shavasana, or final resting. So palms are up. If you have a favorite Shavasana that you like to do, go ahead and do that now. And just be aware of your breath. Think of your intention. What was your intention for this class? And just bring your awareness to the bottom of your feet. Feel the bottom of your feet. Feel the skin there. And what is the temperature of the bottom of your feet? Is the skin feeling tingly? Are you feeling the muscles in the bottom of the feet? Notice your breath again. And then bring your awareness to the heels and notice how the weight of the feet is primarily on the lateral part of the heels. Just feel that. And bring your awareness up into your calves and your shins. And as you breathe in again, up to the knees and the kneecaps. And now on the exhale, bring your awareness to the thighs. And inhale into the hips. And exhale into the pelvic bowl. A few breaths here. Notice your belly rising and falling with each breath. And as you inhale, come up into your heart, right in your heart chakra. And see if you can be aware of your heart beating in your chest. And as you inhale, tune into your shoulders, your shoulder girdle, down into the upper arms, your biceps and triceps. Exhale into your elbow joint. Inhale into your forearms. Exhale into the hands and a few breaths in the hands. Transfer your awareness now on the next inhale right into your head and feel the heaviness in your head, very heavy. Inhale to an awareness of the globes of the eyes and then to the jaw, relaxing through the jaw. And now to the very top of the head, the very top of the head. Deep breath in. And exhale, and let's begin to roll the wrists and roll the ankles. And stretch your arms above your head. And then bend one knee and roll to one side, nice and slow, and in a nice fetal position here, with just the arm up as a pillow for your head. Take a deep breath in and out. And then what I want us to do is come up to sitting pose right from the side. So instead of rolling onto your back and squeezing your rocking yourself up, stay into this pose right on your side and push yourself up from the side. So you kind of have to lean forward and push yourself right up. And what that does is that just keeps the nervous system calm. Now let's go into a nice comfortable lotus. Arms up, and then hands to heart center. And the highest in me honors the highest in you. Namaste. And thanks for joining us. And we're going to have Sangha in the kitchen. So get your hot tea or your glass of wine, and we'll see you in a few minutes. And if not, we'll see you next week.